Hi and welcome to this second episode of environmental friendliness, where we're going to talk about different type of textiles and so on. And I want to start with making you disappointed if you thought by clicking on this film you would be informed about everything and you would have an easy choice to make, because it's never easy. And in fact, I don't want you to blindly believe anyone, and that includes me. Always check all the facts and everything and make up your own mind, because that's so important. And I'm going to give you a few tips, and after this video you probably realize that there is a lot of different things to think about, and the choice are never easy. But what you should be looking for wherever you buy your furniture is the basic facts. Where are they made, what are they made of, and how strong are the textiles. And to give you one first basic fact that is important for you as a customer to look at when you're buying a sofa or a textile or something, is martindale. How many martindales is there in the textile? Because that's how many times you can spin the thread in the textile before it breaks. So good measurement if you want a really good furniture textiles which is approved to use in public spaces and so on. For example, for hotels and schools and so on, it should be above 30,000 martindales. So if you buy a textile that is above 30,000 martindales, then you're sure that it's a good quality textile that you can use. Now, with that said, I want to tell you about different types of materials and different ways of making textiles. So, because I mentioned before, 30,000 martindales is a good thing, but then you think environmental friendly textiles and so on, natural materials, it's an obvious thing. But basic cotton textile, just like this one, which has no funny things to it, it's normally not above 20,000 martindales. So if you want to make a sofa, for example, where you sit all the time and always rub the surface, then it's actually not 100% good to use a basic cotton textile like this one. So that's why there is a lot of different types of cotton textiles, but a very common thing to get the martindales to be higher in a textile, to make it stronger, is, for example, like this textile here, which has a little bit of linen inside. So it's 50% linen and 50% cotton, and it actually makes the textile much stronger. This one in particular is 35,000 martindale, and that's quite strong, good textile. But and of course there is also different qualities of cotton. We have some cotton textiles that goes all the way up to, I think, 40,000 martindales, and this one here, for example, from Food&Work, is about 30,000 martindales. So it's a strong, durable cotton textile as well. But to have that said, because when you go out buying furniture in a furniture shop, they will probably tell you completely different numbers, which make you start to think, and that's why I wanted to discuss that a little bit. Like this textile right, I took the wrong one actually. Here, this one is a very common furniture textiles. It's polyester and so on, and if you read on this textile here, it says, wow, it's actually 60,000 martindales, and many of them are exactly like that. You have very strong martindales number here. Was the same. You have another one here, that one says 32,000 martindales, and this one says, yeah, here you have one up to 75,000 martindales. You have a lot of them, but if you read here on the labels, most of them are polyester, and many of them are brushed polyester, so you get that little bit softer feeling on the top. But then you have to consider one thing. And of course, durability. If you have a strong textile, it will last you longer, and of course you don't need to make a new sofa in a few years. So of course it's a good thing to have a good durable sofa. But one more thing when it comes to textiles and so on, if you want to be able to recycle it, then, because what I consider to be greenwashing, which I have seen from many different companies, is that they mix together, for example, cotton, and they mix together with polyester and so on. Yes, you get very good high quality martindale, but it's absolutely not recyclable. So you cannot reuse the textile at all. But for example, if you have 100% polyester, at least you know it's 100% plastic materials that you actually can reuse. You have the same kind of textiles, fibers and so on inside, so you can reuse it. So that's a little bit, I think it's important that you see that you don't mix together natural materials and synthetic materials, because the only thing that happens that you do get a materials which is not even recyclable. You might get the strong materials, but there is different better ways to get strong materials, believe me. And I want to show you another example of that. If you want a really strong textile and you want to use natural materials, then use, for example, like this textile here. It's 100% wool. And believe it or not, when I read on the back of this here, it says 100,000 martingales, and that's a very durable textile. So if you use wool textiles, then you get a really good quality sofa, really good quality textile, and it's 100% renewable, and it's 100% natural materials. So it's really good with wool. But of course, wool have this little texture to it. So sometimes you hate it or you love it. It's different, but it's a really good quality textile anyway. So that's my personal opinion, that wool is a very good materials. And of course, also if you use linen is also, but linen has the same thing. It can be a little bit sticky, but in a different way than the wool. So, but linen also have a very high durability, and it can also get to be a very good martingales to it. And I want to show you another thing about cotton, because cotton is the most common materials in most of our furnitures and so on, and there's been a lot of debate about materials. But like I showed you in the last film, there is different labels that can help you all the way. If you use GOT certified cotton, then you can sleep good at night and know that you have made a choice that it's good for the environment also. And then you have the Ecotex that at least ensure you that you don't have any dangerous chemicals in your furnitures. And of course, you can also the Swedish Swan, which guarantees that the production is certified, so it's produced in a environmental friendly way. So like I said, here you have the one from Fruitenwerk, which is quite strong, and you can actually see it on the textile. You can feel it, because I want to show you a thing that you should check for on all textiles when you want to see the quality on a textile. If you don't know anything, of course you have the numbers in the martingale and so on, that's good. But when you look at the textile, don't look on the front of the textile. You should always look on the back of the textile, because there you see how it's woven, how it's made. So if you have a cheap textile, it's probably look very funny on the back. Now I don't, because we don't sell crap like that, so I don't have you an example for you here, unfortunately. But you can easily see it on the back side of the textile if it's not woven. Some textiles even made they only spray the materials on a plastic net, so it looks very good on the surface, but if you can actually pull your fingers straight through it, then don't buy that. So buy something that is really good woven, and you can see that when you hold it up to the light like this, if you can see your fingers through it, don't buy it. That's a simple thing. So always look on the back side of the fabric on the textile. So you see here, it's a good textile, but those regular cotton textiles normally don't go above about 20,000 martingales, and if you have a little bit thick ones like this one here from Fruitenwerk, you can get it up to 30,000 martingales. But then there is different types of cottons here as well. Like I want to show you here, like it's on all the Fruitenwerk's futon mattresses. They have a almost a little bit silky feeling on top of it. It's satin cotton, but it's still 100% cotton, and you still have a completely different feeling. It's very, very soft and very nice, and it actually has quite good durability as well. Have about 30,000 martingale on that as well. And then you have another cotton here. It's the same material, it's just woven differently. This is what is in the molten channels from all from Fruitenwerk, as we sell us a lot of as a protection for the mattress. And you see it's more like a towel. So it's just woven differently, and this one will actually suck up some moisture as well, which is good when you sleep. But it's completely different feeling. It's like, yeah, like a regular buff towel. So it's completely different way of making cotton. But cotton is a very flexible fiber. You can make it in so many different ways. But of course, to be able to know if it's a good quality or not, you should look at the Martindale and see how strong the textile is. So I hope you got some good tips from this one, and when next time you go shopping for furniture, go looking for the Martindale and look on the back side of the textile. Thank you very much.